Hi, welcome back to Waxing On. It's Friday, and have I got something fun for you? I was going through Facebook the other day, found a picture on there of Keanu Reeves. And Keanu's playing a bass. And they said, oh, yeah, Keanu's getting back to his bass playing days. Who knew? So I went to check it out, and I found out that Keanu played with a band called Dogstar for a few years. They opened up for some acts. They had an album out. I had no idea he was a musician as well as everything else he does. So it got me looking online to see if there might be any other music he had. And I came across this album, Hollywood Goes Wild. I mean, yeah, what could it be but a lot of fun? And what it is a compilation album with a lot of Hollywood stars who've made recordings and done some performing. And I'll tell you, it's a who's who of what we got on here and some great tunes. Let's just take a look. We'll start off with On the Hill. This is by Mila Jovanovic. Your World by Dogstar. So yeah, now we got Keanu on bass playing with this tune. And a lot of these tunes are kind of heavy and rocking. We've got It's So Hard, Mare Winningham. And to me, this is one of my favorite songs when I listen to it because it was so different from the other harder rocking tunes. It's an acoustic set, almost what I would call folk. And I'll tell you, Mare Winningham did a great job on this. I actually went through and checked out a couple other of her albums after I heard this. So, well worth listening to as well. Billy Bob Thornton doing one called Island Avenue. We talked about Billy Bob before, but I don't think we mentioned this tune because it wasn't on the album we looked at, but another great one here. Juliette Lewis, great actress, Born Losers. Christmas Vacation. She's got a band, and it's kind of a hard rocking band that she performs in. And her tune is Hardly Wait. Hollywood Affair. Iggy Pop. Johnny Depp. Where else are you going to find that? Midtown. Brad Pitt. Now, I went online and I watched the video for this, and it's really early Brad Pitt. He's just a young guy. He's got a pompadour that's a mile high. I'm telling you, the haircut is just wild. Tune's great. What he's doing is great. It's a lot of fun. But where else are you going to find Brad Pitt performing with a band? Nowhere else that I'm aware of. I mean, this was quite a surprise when this popped up. And to be able to go to YouTube and find the video for it, even better. The Photograph Kills. 30-odd foot of grunts. It's actually Russell Crowe. We've talked about Russell Crowe on the series before. He had a couple of albums, one with Alan Doyle and him together, and one where Alan Doyle was producing. This was before those days. This is a little earlier Russell Crowe, but still excellent stuff. I know a lot of people, when I passed this on to some of my friends, they didn't care for it at all. They thought it was all hokey. I'll tell you, I enjoyed Russell Crowe. I enjoyed his performing. I would go to listen to him anytime. We've got Polite by Bijou Phillips. We've got a song called Born Freaky by the Mildred Snitzer Orchestra and Jeff Goldblum. And we wrap up with Crazy Mixed Up World by Bruce Willis, who we've featured on the show as well before. It's quite a mix of performers. A lot of people where I'm going to say you're not going to hear them anywhere else but on this album. And it's just a lot of fun going back and seeing them performing. Some of them in a lot younger years. Some of them are still out there. I mean, Juliette Lewis, I think, is still touring and performing. She was in recent years still out there with her band. Russell Crowe, I know he was still out doing things. But a great, fun way to see what some of these actors could do. And I'll tell you, a lot of them are very gifted and very talented. And well worth checking out, like mine with Mare Winningham. Went and I pulled out a couple of other albums that were online as well to listen to, just because I really liked what she was doing on here. This, available on the streaming networks, absolutely. I found it there. It's one of those guilty pleasures I tripped on when I was researching Keanu playing bass. So yeah, good place to start. There may be hard copies available. I thought I saw something on Amazon, one of the sites, but streaming networks are a good way to go as well. You may have to search around a little bit on the internet to find out who's playing on them, because I notice a lot of times on the streaming network they don't give you all the performers. And I did print this up so I could have give you an idea who the performers were on the songs. But anyways, Hollywood Goes Wild. Great way to kick off your weekend with some fun music. And again, something that I'd never been aware of or ever heard of. Maybe you have, but if you haven't, well, worth taking a look at. Okay, that's it for this week. We're wrapping it up. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Until then, everybody take care. Stay safe. Thanks for stopping by.